The CAC MTB African Championships 2023, powered by Baldwin Sports in association with Computer Mania, took place at Thaba Trails at Baldwin Sport at Thaba Lifestyle in Klipprivier, just south of Johannesburg over the weekend. Riders from a dozen countries on the African continent gathered for 2 days of XCO and XCC racing. The course at Thaba Trails has evolved under the guidance of Wendell Bowl into one of the best tests of strength, skill and stamina in the country. It measures 4.3 kilometers long with 190 meters of brutal climbing per lap. The course is made up of 2 loops as they pass through the tech zone at the start-finish twice on the lap. First to race were the junior women in the early morning light. With the defending champion Tyler Jacobs moving up to elites, there was definitely going to be a new champion crowned. The field of 7 riders were all South African, and the juniors were to do 3 laps of the testing track. Among them were the newly crowned national junior champion Lillian Baber, silver medalist Carla Janssen van Vuren and bronze medalist Carla Kotze. Baber made it very clear on the first climb that she was going to be tough to beat, as she set a fearsome pace. Janssen van Vuren and Kotze were in second and third. Baber, though, appeared to be on a mission. In time into Janssen van Vuren at every opportunity. The rest was soon raced off the podium places. Baber was the national youth champion and lives on Summer Place, a game reserve in Thaba-Eco in Limpopo province that is home to an abundance of world-class mountain biking trails, the perfect place to prepare. Janssen van Vuren is also from Thaba-Eco and was finding the steep, long climbs a test. Third place Carla Kotze is from the Free State. Rachel Green was in 4th place, but some way off the pace being set by the top 3. Principal among them was the relentless Lily Baber, as she rode with aggression and intent. Janssen van Vuren was trying to limit the damage and ensure she didn't get caught by Kotze, who was nearly 90 seconds back after 2 laps. Bianca Fourie was in 7th place and handling the rock drops just fine. Even the top pros will tell you just how tough these climbs are at Thaba Trails. These young women were doing 570 meters over a total race distance of 12.9 kilometers. Around the hairpin one last time before heading out for the second loop on her final lap, Baber had a lead of just short on 3 minutes over Janssen van Vuren, with Kotze a further 70 seconds back as she rounded the hairpin. A big dig by Tashani Ehlers to pass Bianca Buerta and move into 5th place. Rachel Green was chasing hard. But it was all about Lillian Baber. Great climbing technique. She was in a class of her own. Her rivals were brave and bold, but not fast enough, as the South African junior champion added the African Continental jersey to her growing collection. Carla Janssen van Vuren was second and Carla Kotze took 3rd place. A packed field of 32 riders lined up for the junior men's race over 4 laps. Having won the title in Windhoek a year ago, the defending champion Ernest Roots was back, as was silver medalist Namibia's Daniel Hahn and bronze medalist Masi Ambrosi. Also there was the top-ranked junior Kevin Lowe from Namibia. Aside from South Africa, Namibia had 5 riders, Zimbabwe 2, while Mauritius and Tunisia had 1 each in the field. With a big field, it was vital to get a strong start. And that's what 2022 National Junior Champion Justin Swanepoel did, as he powered up the climb. Hahn was followed by Cronje Bierkus and Omar Wilson, all almost bent double, such as the steep gradient of this climb. But the man who set the pace on the first lap was Roots. His opening lap was 18 seconds faster than Ambrosi in 2nd place. Hahn lost time when he dropped a chain on the bumpy technical climb. Just seconds wasted. Roots was in full flight as he headed up the Baldwin Bridge. The battle for top 5 places was intense, nothing between Omar Wilson, Kevin Lowe and Cronje Bierkus as they charged through the start-finish loop. Lowe and Bierkus taking the left line and Wilson right over the bridge. Further down the field, Zimbabwe's Preston Mhlanga was followed by an equally cautious Ben Mitiwasim of Tunisia. Justin Bielke was fighting for a top 20 place on his hardtail. But it was Ernest Roots who defended his title in fine style. A best lap of 14 minutes 31 seconds would have held up well in the under-23 and elite races. His time of 59 minutes and 32 seconds was 33 seconds faster than Masi Ambrosi in second, and just 2 minutes faster than third-placed Daniel Hahn.
I was a bit stressed because I won the title last year, so I had to defend it, but like SA champs, we were on the first A-line and B-line. Luckily, I had the power to get away, and yeah, it just went smoothly.
24 riders warmed up, primed and ready to race the 5-lap men's under-23 race. In the absence of Johan van Zyl, who is now in elite, a new champion was to be crowned. From outside South Africa, there were 3 Zimbabweans, 2 Moroccans, a Tunisian and a Mauritian rider. The start was frantic and dusty as riders battled to find the best positions ahead of the single track. Daniel van der Walt, who missed last year's race due to injury, took the early lead. Didn't last long. Michael Foster powered to the front with Daniel van der Walt on his wheel, followed by van der Walt, Philip Nordier and Matthew Scott. Herman Fourie had missed the early express train and was alone in 6th. Foster, who rides for Page Eurosteel, was supremely confident on the rock drops. His fellow KZN rider van der Walt equally so. Scott, now in 3rd, a little sketchy and fortunate not to go down here. Nathi Nxumalo, another KZN man who, like Scott, is coached by Johan Weikert, now in the Western Cape, neatly done. Thomas Hudson was all focus, and he was being chased by Damon de Blanche. Foster, though, was the man in charge of the under-23 race. He was 3rd a year ago, but was looking very good to improve on that in great fashion. Van der Walt was now in 2nd, after Van der Walt had a mechanical issue on lap 3. Minimizing airtime, maximizing wheel speed, Foster was on fire. The chasing Van der Walt a little more cavalier over the same jump. The racing further down the field was electric as the riders pushed themselves to their limits. Valuable UCI ranking points were at stake. And right now, Michael Foster was on course to harvest the lion's share of those points. But Daniel van der Walt was not going to go down without a fight. Matthew Scott was strong on the climbs, holding on to 3rd. Daniel Kotze in 9th, feeling the heat, while Daniel van der Walt was having to fight his way through the field after losing nearly 4 minutes on lap 3. Matteo da Milano was within touching distance of a top 10 place. Yusuf Ismail of Morocco was in 17th with a lap to go. And fighting hard despite being right at the back of the field was Tunisia's Tabet Mohamed Ali. Michael Foster continued to lap well under 15 minutes with regularity. Van der Walt was holding his own, just a minute off the pace. And Scott was managing to hang on to 3rd, but Herman Fourie had finally found his legs and had him in his sights. Nathi Nxumalo was on course for an impressive top 10 result. But the most impressive result was going the way of Michael Foster. The Page Eurosteel rider had found his best form at the perfect time of the year, as he showed the rest of the under-23s a clean pair of wheels. A superb win in 1 hour, 14 minutes and 34 seconds. Daniel van der Walt of Computer Mania put in a massive effort and finished a creditable 2nd, just over a minute back. Matthew Scott capped a fine day at Thaba Trails by taking 3rd place.
It means a lot to me, you know. It's been quite a tough time not having a good start to the year. So I don't know. I'm a bit, not too sure what to say at the moment because I can't really believe it that I actually pulled it off.
So I have some World Cups in Europe coming up. There's one in Lenzheide, Switzerland, and then there's one in Leogang, Austria. And then we go to Italy for a bit of a training camp, another World Cup, and then it will be a SA Cup back home.